but it's a memorial, Passover just as well. Sometimes we don't even recognize what the Lord is doing. He allowed it to fall on the same day for a reason. You got to be up under that blood in order for you to be on that 7th day with him. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the book to read the 10 commandments. Exodus chapter 20. Exodus chapter 20. Turn me down just a little bit. All right. Exodus 20 and verse 1. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 1. Go ahead and read, brother.
And God spake all these words, saying,
Yes, sir.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all them in is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Yes, sir. So we just read the covenant, right? Directly coming from God. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13 through 14. Go ahead and read, bro.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Yes, sir. Let's go to our last one, Revelation chapter 22. Very last book in the Bible. Very last chapter. We're going to start at verse 13. Verse 13. Go ahead, bro.
I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
Whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. We just read the law as we do in all the Israel of God. For those who may not know me, my name is Brother Kevin. I'll be bringing you the lesson this afternoon. Reading for me is my brother Rob. Faithful. Today's title is Your Ways Are Not Equal. And this has come from a quote in Ezekiel, where the people were striving with the Lord, arguing with the Lord, telling him his ways are not equal. But this hadn't started with just Israel. This has been begun since the beginning of time. What I mean by that, the Lord commanded Adam, told him not to eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, right? What did he do? He listened to his wife, right? Got the whole creation cut off. He didn't trust in God. So then you had Cain come along, right? What did Cain do? He killed his brother. Everything the Lord tells us to do, we want to fight against it. And that's what this lesson is pointing at today. We're going to get into it. Let's go to Psalm, the 8th chapter. Psalm chapter 8, and this is really Genesis, what we're about to read. Psalm chapter 8, we're going to pick it up at verse 4. Psalm chapter 8 and verse 4. I want to make sure everybody there. Go ahead and read, brother.
What is man that thou art mindful of him, and the son of man that thou visitest him?
Now, that's a good question. What is man? Man is the species, right? We're talking about female and male. He said, when he say, what is man? Go ahead.
For thou hast made him a little lower than angels.
You made him what?
Little lower than angels.
In other words, flesh and blood. Go ahead.
And hast crowned him with glory and honor.
But you gave him a big job. Let's see what it is, brother. Go ahead.
Thou madest him to have dominion over the works of thy hands.
You made him have what?
Dominion over the works of thy hands.
You were supposed to rule over everything God created. Read.
Thou hast put all things under his feet.
All things. Go ahead.
All sheep and oxen, yea, and the beasts of the field, the fowl of the air, and the fish of the sea, and whatsoever passeth through the paths of the seas.
Yep. But when you go to Hebrews, he tell you it's some things that he put under you, under your authority that you have not been able to deal with at this particular moment. In other words, the angels. Could that be one of the reasons why Satan was jealous? Because this man made out of dirt finna rule over him? I'm just throwing a thought out there, y'all. Food for thought. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 1. Isaiah chapter 1. This man that he created, he set him to be over the works of his hands. But let's see what he did when he created a nation. We're going to be going forward, backward, forward, backward. Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 2. Go ahead.
Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
Wait a minute, he said I have did what?
Nourished and brought up children.
That means you a father if you brought up children, right? Read.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
We ain't read the rest of that. I have nourished and brought up children and what?
Brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
That's the key. I brought them up, but they turned around and did what to me? Rebel. Imagine your children doing that to you. You done raised them, fed them, looked out for them, dental care, health care. Then they turn around and buck up against you. You like, wait a minute. How would you feel? Like, wait a minute, hold on. Y'all know the saying that we used to say, hey, I brought you in this world, I'll take you out. What you think God feel like then? Exactly. Go ahead and read, brother.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Yes, sir.
But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
Wait a minute. He said, wait, the ass knoweth his owner. The ox, knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. They know where they belong. He said, but my people Israel, they don't even consider. Go ahead and read. What else?
Sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity.
Yes, sir.
A seed of evildoers.
Wait a minute now. This is God going off on the people. Go ahead and read.
Children that are corrupters.
Yes.
That have forsaken the Lord.
They did what?
Forsaken the Lord.
Even though he put you over the works of his hands, look at what we did to him. Go ahead.
They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger.
Yes, sir.
They are gone away backward.
They are gone away. What, brother?
Backward.
He said the Holy One of Israel. Let's see who this Holy One is. But before we go there, let's go to Psalm chapter 2. Psalm chapter 2, the Lord said, all right, I'm listening to everything that this man has done. I'm merciful, but at the same time, I'm going to have to discipline him. 2 and verse 1. The book of Psalm 2 and verse 1. Because it's not just Israel. Let's look at who he finna name too. Psalm 2 and 1. Go ahead.
Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing?
Wait, the heathen is other nations, right? Read.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying.
Wait a minute now. He said the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel against who, brother?
The Lord.
Against the Lord and his what?
Anointed.
They saying that listen, what the Lord said is not just. Your ways ain't equal. Go ahead and read. What it say now?
Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
In other words, we ain't keeping no laws. We ain't got to keep no statutes or no commandments. You see people eating all kind of abominable things, right? Mm-hmm. Doing all kind of acts. Read.
He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh.
The one that's sitting in the heavens shall do what, brother?
Laugh.
That's how it is when you know you can just handle an individual. He said, I'm laughing. Y'all can take all the counsel you want to. Go ahead.
The Lord shall have them in derision.
He gonna have them what?
In derision.
In derision. You gonna be thinking that you can do something, but in other words, it's gonna be a one-handed battle when I get back. But let's go to Mark chapter 1. Mark chapter 1. Let's go find out who this Holy One of Israel is. Because people think Jesus came at the beginning with Mary. Jesus been around. And contrary to some of the brothers teach, Jesus was not created either. Except when he came in the flesh. The Lord made him a body. Other than that, he inhabited eternity with God. We can read that to you. Mark chapter 1. When Jesus turned 30, let's see what he started doing right here. Mark chapter 1 and verse 1. Read that. We're going to skip after that.
The beginning of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God.
The beginning of the gospel. So when he turned 30, he started preaching what? The gospel.
Gospel.
That's that age right there. He said the son of who? God.
God.
Skip down to verse 21 though. Read.
And they went into Capernaum. And straightway on the Sabbath day he entered into the synagogue and taught.
What he doing now? He taught on the Sabbath day. That same thing that we doing today. Read, brother.
And they were astonished at his doctrine.
Yes, sir.
For he taught them as one that had authority, and not as the scribes.
He taught with a whole different authority. Go ahead.
And there was in their synagogue a man with an unclean spirit, and he cried out, saying, Let us alone. What have we to do with thee, thou Jesus of Nazareth?
Some people like that to this day got an unclean spirit. The second you hear the word of God and you feel like it's irritating you, something wrong with you. It's an unclean spirit there. Go ahead.
Art thou come to destroy us?
Uh-huh.
I know thee who thou art, the Holy One of God.
The who?
Holy One of God.
Wait a minute. Even the unclean angels, they know who ye are. They say you are who? The Holy One of God. That's the Holy One of Israel. Let's go to Malachi. Malachi chapter 1. So we see who it is, Jesus. You are the Holy One. We can go in Acts and read that. But let's go to Malachi now. Chapter 1. We're going to read one verse over here. Remember, he said he brought up children and they rebelled against him. They was down in Egypt getting whooped on. That's called ungrateful. Some people like, hey, if I was living in them days back then, I wouldn't have did Jesus like that. Sure you would have. You know how I know? Look at your behavior today. God instruct you to do something, you got every excuse not to. That's why it's titled Your Ways Are Not Equal, because that's what we saying to him. Ungrateful. Malachi 1:6, brother, go ahead.
A son honoreth his father,
Yes.
and a servant his master.
Wait a minute, a son honors his father, right?
Yes.
Supposed to, go ahead.
If then I be a father,
Wait a minute, he said, if then I be a father. Notice he didn't say the father. Difference, read.
where is my honor?
Yes.
And if I be a master, where is my fear?
He said, so if I'm a father, then he said, where's my honor at? And if I be a master, where's my fear? Read.
Saith the Lord of hosts unto you,
Oh, ye what?
O priests,
Yes.
that despise my name.
Despise his name. Go ahead.
And ye say, wherein have we despised thy name?
Yep. And today you got people don't even want to read. They want to put a name that ain't even in her. The book clearly say Jesus. You gonna tell me Yahweh? No, it don't say that, right? Let's go to John chapter 5. Because he say he ain't receive honor. Let's see who this is that's talking. Book say precept must be upon precept, line upon line. Here a little and there a little. The Lord is very thorough with his word. We're going to start at verse 22. St. John chapter 5 and verse 22. Lord even gave us sunshine, all the rain we've been having. He gave us sunshine on this Sabbath day and Passover. Nice warm weather. Grateful. 5 and 22, brother, go ahead.
For the Father judgeth no man,
That's right.
but hath committed all judgment unto the Son,
Yes, indeed. Go ahead.
that all men should honor the Son.
That they should do what?
Honor the Son,
That's what Jesus said. Where's my honor? Go ahead.
even as they honor the Father.
Yes, indeed, brother. Go ahead.
He that honoreth not the Son honoreth not the Father which hath sent him.
You can't have one without the other. Some people try to do that. How about y'all? How about this? Man, you ain't even trying to deal with the Son. That's the one the book tell you to kiss the Son. That's the one that's the one that's gotta judge you. Skip down to verse 39, brother, and read.
Search the scriptures,
Yes, sir.
for in them ye think you have eternal life,
Yes, sir.
and they are they which testify of me.
Talking about me, read.
And you will not come to me, that ye might have life.
What?
I receive not honor from men.
Ain't that what we read in Malachi? He said, where is my honor? If I'm a father. He said, I receive not honor from men. I have nurtured you, brought you forth, and all you did is refuse me. Go ahead and read, brother.
But I know you, that you have not the love of God in you.
Yes, sir. That's the one thing God do know. He know how to read minds. Let's go over to chapter 8. Let's go over to chapter 8. God said, I know how to read minds. It ain't my job to try to read your mind. It's his. It ain't my job to condemn you. It's his. He said they didn't hear his words, right? He said you didn't hear it because you don't have not the love of God in you. John 8:47, brother. What it say?
He that is of God heareth God's words.
Yes, sir.
Ye therefore hear them not,
You therefore heard them not. Go ahead.
because ye are not of God.
You are not of God. Go ahead.
Then answered the Jews and said unto him, Say we not well that thou art a Samaritan, and hast a devil?
Wait a minute. They called Jesus a what?
Samaritan.
And they called him what?
The devil.
A devil. You got a devil on you. Go ahead.
Jesus answered, I have not a devil, but I have honored my Father, and ye dishonor me.
And ye dishonor me. Read.
And I seek not my own glory.
That's right.
There is one that seeketh and judgeth.
There is one that seeketh and judgeth. Go ahead.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death.
Wait a minute, but every last one of us, well, we supposed to die, right? So now, what death is he talking about? The second. Go ahead and read.
Then said the Jews unto him, Now we know that thou hast a devil.
Uh-oh.
Abraham is dead.
Wait, they don't think it. They say they know. They standing on business calling Jesus a devil. What you think gonna happen to you when you open your mouth? You gonna be a devil too. So you can't be easily offended by it. You gotta go through it. Read.
Abraham is dead, and the prophets, and thou sayest, If a man keep my saying, he shall never taste of death.
Go ahead.
Art thou greater than our father Abraham, which is dead, and the prophets are dead? Whom makest thou thyself?
Yes, sir. Who you make yourself? Go ahead.
Jesus answered, If I honor myself, my honor is nothing.
Go ahead.
It is my Father that honoreth me,
Yep.
of whom ye say that he is your God.
Ooh, God know how to slap you. These ain't no light verses we read, y'all. God is slapping this guy. Go ahead.
But you have not known him, but I know him.
That's right.
And if I should say I know him not,
Go ahead.
I shall be a liar like unto you.
Uh-huh.
But I know him and keep his saying.
I know him and I keep it saying. Go ahead.
Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad.
Now, just imagine a 30-year-old talking like this, or in his 30s talking like this, right? And you talking to men well in their 60s, 70s, upper 80s. Let's see what they say, brother. Go ahead.
Then said the Jews unto him, Thou art not yet 50 years old, and hast thou seen Abraham?
Look at them. They can't even grab it. Go ahead.
Jesus said unto them, Verily, verily I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am.
Look at that. He let you know I was around. What you talking about? Read.
Then took they up stones to cast at him.
Look at it. When ain't nobody got nothing reasonable to say, they want to fight. That's why you got to leave people alone after you done brought them that word to them and they rejected. Jesus told them, listen, they take up them stones and rend you. What happened to Stephen? He kept standing there getting and cutting them and cutting them. They start biting on him first. And he still was speaking. Then they picked up them rocks. It's time to put you to death, buddy. Sometimes you got to learn how to do what Jesus finna do. Go ahead.
But Jesus hid himself and went out of the
He
temple.
did what, brother?
He hid himself.
Got to get out of Dodge if you want to live. Go ahead.
And went out of the temple, going through the midst of them, and so passed by.
And so passed by. Let's go to Matthew chapter 23. Matthew, the 23rd chapter. Yes, indeed. Look, they not honoring this guy. They didn't do it before he came in the flesh, and now look at what they're doing when he in the flesh. That's why I say if a lot of us had the opportunity now, Jesus walked through that door and start teaching. We'd do the same thing. Especially if he can call you on what you thinking. You really be mad. Matthew 23 and verse 1. 23 and 1. Go ahead and read, brother.
Then spake Jesus to the multitude and to his disciples.
Yes, sir.
Saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat.
They lawgivers, in other words. Skip down to 5.
But all the works they do for to be seen of men.
That's all they doing. They want to be seen of men. Go ahead.
They make broad their phylacteries and enlarge the borders of their garments.
Yes, sir. They want to be seen. Read, brother.
And love the uppermost rooms at feasts and the chief seats in the synagogues.
Yep.
And greetings in the markets, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi.
Love to be called Master, Master. That's what Rabbi mean. I wouldn't even take the Passover last night until I knew everybody was done. Brothers bringing me the tray. I said, man, I ain't finna take it until everybody done. They say, they are done, brother. I said, no, Dan, them outside. We got them already. I look back at Dan like, oh, okay. That's just me. You learn humility as you grow. You start sitting in the background. You want to watch everything. I get joy out of seeing everybody else fulfilled. That's my joy, personally. Go ahead.
But be not ye called Rabbi.
Yes, sir.
For one is your master.
Yep.
Even Christ.
Yep.
And all ye are brethren.
He said, one is your master, Christ, and you are all what? Brethren. Read.
And call no man your father upon the earth.
That's right. Go ahead.
For one is your Father which is in heaven.
And we think that's talking about your natural born parent. No, they ain't talking about that. It's talking about these spiritual people that they like to call Father. Spiritual leaders. And they doing that over in Rome all the time. calling these guys father this, father that. Then you got religions too, they said, father this, father that. He said, don't do that because you esteeming that man more than what he naturally is. Read one more.
Neither be ye called masters.
Yep.
For one is your master, even Christ.
All right, let's go to John chapter 20. No, before we go to John chapter 20, let's go to Isaiah chapter 1. Let's go to Isaiah, back to Isaiah chapter 1. We're going to read one verse. So you see, Jesus kept calling them out, putting them on blast. If you don't want to know the truth about yourself, do not. Or if you won't, no. If you don't want to know, don't ask God to show you something that you need to do to clean yourself up. Because He's going to put the mirror in front of your face. I have dreams where the Lord is showing me the dirt that I have done and the stuff that my mind struggle to want to do. And it frightens me because I wake up and be like, I'm still alive. So what did that mean? Then the scriptures remind me that He gonna always correct you in your dreams. Or when you turn on a lesson, you listen to one of your other brothers teaching. The lesson come on, boom. Next thing you know, it's something that you needed to hear. Or somebody call you, start talking something to you. One of my sisters did that the other day, and I'm like, man, only the Lord knew what I was thinking. And I'm talking about, it's almost like the sister was inside my head. Like, hold on. I ain't even want to tell her, you know what? I was just going through that. I just listened and said, praise God, sister. That's all I did. I said, praise God. And when I got off the phone, I just started thinking about it. Man. I said, the Lord will catch you right at that moment. Isaiah 1, read verse 18.
Come now and let us reason together.
Come now and let us what?
Reason together.
The Lord said, let us reason together. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord, though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow.
Yeah, He said, though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be white as snow. Go ahead.
Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool.
Now the Lord want to clean you up, but you're dirty. He said, let us reason together. Let's go to Ezekiel 18. What do we be saying? Let's go see. I don't need to be clean. I got this. I'm already clean. That ain't what this means. That ain't what that means. It is. Yes, indeed. Ezekiel chapter 18, pick it up at verse 29. Verse 29. Let's look at what Israel said to the Lord. And I know they said it because you know what? Before I knew God, I said some crazy stuff like this before. Sure did. Verse 29, brother, read that.
Yet say the house of Israel, the way of the Lord is not equal.
The way of the Lord is what?
Not equal.
Go ahead.
O house of Israel, art not my ways equal?
He said, wait. Ain't my ways equal? Go ahead.
Are not your ways unequal?
Are not your ways unequal? Jump up to verse 25, brother.
Yet ye say the way of the Lord is not equal.
The way of the Lord is what?
Not equal.
That's where I got the title from, but go ahead.
Hear now, O house of Israel, is not my way equal?
Yes.
Are not your ways unequal?
Yeah, he said, look, I brought you up out and I gave you everything. Look, you left Israel with Egypt, with a humongous payday. And I kept you on every side. I fed you with manna, you start grumbling. And all you had to do was ask me. That sounds unequal to me right there. On our part. Well, did you read all that 25?
That's all 25.
Let's go back to Genesis, 15th chapter. Soon we come about the land. Let's see what the Lord said he was going to do. Genesis, the 15th chapter. This the Lord promising to Abraham what he was going to do with his seed. So you don't necessarily have to say your ways are unequal. All you have to do is just walk crazy. And you got the same behavior. Lord say the Sabbath day is a delight, a day of rest, a sign, a covenant. Genesis chapter 15, pick it up at verse 13. Genesis chapter 15 and verse 13. Go ahead and read, brother.
And he said unto Abram, know of surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs.
Go ahead.
And shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years.
This is him talking about what I just talking about, Egypt. Go ahead.
And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge.
Yes.
And afterward shall they come out with great substance.
Didn't I say they got rich, right? Read.
And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace.
Yes.
Thou shalt be buried in a good old age.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full.
Now, you got people talking about that America is this prophecy supposed to fit. But look at what he just added right there at verse 16. Read that one more time. But
in the fourth generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full.
So they forget that part of the prophecy. Let's go look at it. Numbers, 21st chapter. America got to be it. I'm like, America is not it. That happened in the past, dude. That don't mean you won't be in this land for that amount of time. But that specific prophecy talking about your ancestors in Egypt. Numbers chapter 21, we're going to pick it up at verse 21. He was dealing with the land. He was talking about the Amorites. Ezekiel, what is it, the 16th chapter talk about that. But 21, go ahead and read that, bro.
And Israel sent messengers unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying, let me pass through thy land. We will not turn into the fields or into the vineyards. We will not drink of the waters of the well, but we will go along by the king's highway until we be past thy borders.
Go ahead.
And Sihon would not suffer Israel to pass through his borders. But Sihon gathered all his people together and went out against Israel into the wilderness. And he came to Jahaz and fought against Israel.
Go ahead, let's see what happened.
And Israel smote him with the edge of the sword.
Go ahead.
And possessed his land from Arnon unto Jabbok.
Go ahead.
Even unto the children of Ammon, for the border of the children of Ammon was strong.
Yes.
And Israel took all these cities, and Israel dwelt in all these cities of the Amorites.
Yep.
In Heshbon, in all the villages thereof.
Right, so that prophecy did come to pass, but go ahead.
For Heshbon was the city of Sihon, the king of the Amorites, who had fought against the former king of Moab, and taken all his land out of his hand, even unto Arnon.
Go ahead.
Wherefore they speak in Proverbs, say, Come into Heshbon. Let the city of Sihon be built and prepared.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
For there is a fire gone out of Heshbon,
A flame.
a flame from the city of Sihon.
Go ahead.
It has consumed Ar of Moab and the lords of high places of Arnon. Woe to thee, Moab!
Yes.
Thou art undone, O people of Chemosh. He hath given his sons that escaped and his daughters into captivity unto Sihon, king of the Amorites.
Go ahead.
We have shot at them. Heshbon is perished, even unto Dibon, and we have laid them waste, even unto Nob, which reacheth unto Medeba.
Yep. Go ahead.
This Israel dwelt in the land of the Amorites.
Thus Israel dwelt where at? In
Land
the
of the
land
Amorites.
He said they're going to come here again, right?
Yes.
They are there. Go ahead.
And Moses sent to spy out Jazer, and they took the villages thereof, and drove out the Amorites that were there.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
And they turned and went up by the way of Bashan. And the king of Bashan, went out against them, he and all his people, to the battle of Adri.
Yep.
And the Lord said unto Moses, Fear him not, for I have delivered him into thy hand,
Yep.
and all his people, and his land. And thou shalt do to him as thou didst unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, which dwelt at Heshbon.
One more. Go ahead.
So they smote him, and his sons, and all his people, until they were none left him alive.
Yep.
And they possessed his land.
And they did what?
Possessed
His land, just like the prophecy said. Let's go to Nehemiah. Lord did great things for this people. How are his ways unequal? How is it? That's like today. Lord tell us to do something, we don't want to do it. We fussing, fighting, kicking, trying to find ways around doing it. Lord, give us a skill, ability to do certain things in the body. We still hide. He give you talent. I'm hide. The one that hid his talent, you read that parable, you see what happened to that guy. You say, I did it because I knew you was a hard man. That means you really should have operated with that talent then if you knew he was a hard man. Nehemiah chapter 9, verse 13, brother, go ahead. I'm sorry. I ain't even let you get there. Nehemiah chapter 9 and verse 13. We'll start at 12, though.
Moreover, thou leddest them in the day by a cloudy pillar,
Yep.
and in the night by a pillar of fire,
Yes.
to give them light in the way wherein they shall go.
And we know in 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, Paul talked about that, didn't he? Read.
Thou camest down also upon Mount Sinai.
Yes.
And speakest with them from heaven.
And spakest with them from heaven. Go ahead.
And gavest them right judgments.
Yes.
And true laws.
Yes.
Good statutes and commandments.
So what's unequal about that? Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not kill. What's wrong with it? It can't be nothing wrong with it, because if I go in your pocket, you're going to be mad at me. You probably kill me. So what's wrong with that? But see, this is how we are as a people. Go ahead.
And madest known unto them thy holy Sabbath.
Yes.
And commandest them precepts.
Wait a minute, you made known unto them your holy Sabbath, the 7th day of the week. And commandest them precepts. What else?
Statutes and laws by the hand of Moses thy servant.
And what do? Again, we try to find ways to get around this. We try to find ways. Let me go and escape. Let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 8. 1 Samuel chapter 8. What is it when he was our king? We want nothing to do with him. First Samuel chapter 8, pick it up at verse 1. We're going to skip down to 4 after that. Chapter 8, verse 1. Go ahead.
And it came to pass when Samuel was old that he made his sons judges over Israel.
Wait a minute now. So his sons pick up where he left off at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Skip the 4.
Then all the elders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel unto Ramah. And he said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations.
Just because you raise children don't always mean they're going to do what's right. In this instant, they acknowledge that the elders came to Samuel. Go ahead and read.
But the thing displeased Samuel, when they said, Give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto the Lord.
So now Samuel upset, but go ahead and read.
And the Lord said unto Samuel, Hearken unto the voice of the people and all that they say unto thee.
Yep.
For they have not rejected thee.
They didn't reject you. Go ahead.
But they have rejected me.
Yes.
That I should not reign over them.
This let you know the man is just in place of God. He's just a face for him. He a representative. Did you read? You read 7, right?
Yes, all was 7.
Okay, now go over to chapter 10. Now he finna give him a king and watch, see what happens. They gonna complain about that. We're just not happy. We are not a happy people. We like our unequal ways that the Lord said. First Samuel chapter 10. Pick it up at verse 19. Make sure my eyes ain't playing tricks on me. 19, brother, go ahead.
And ye have this day rejected your God, who himself saved you out of all your adversities.
Yes.
And your tribulations.
Yes.
And you have said unto him, Nay, but set a king over us. Now therefore present yourselves before the Lord by your tribes and by your thousands.
Yep, he said this is what you did, so present yourselves. Skip to 26.
And Saul also went home to Gibeah, and there went with him a band of men whose hearts God had touched. But the children of Belial said, How shall this man save us? They despised him and brought him no presents, but he held his peace.
You know who they talking about? Read verse 1. Read verse 1. Let's see who they talking about.
Then Samuel took a vial of oil and poured it upon his head and kissed him and said, Is it not because of the Lord hath anointed thee to be captain over his inheritance?
Y'all know this is none other than Saul. This is the very first king he put in his stead. Skip to 11, bro.
And it came to pass when all that knew him before time saw that, behold, he prophesied among the prophets. Then the people said one to another, What is this that is come unto the son of Kish?
Yes.
Is Saul also among the prophets?
Yeah, because the Lord said he was going to fulfill all these things, right? Samuel had to anoint them. All kings were anointed by the priest. Even the priest had to be anointed. So he anointed them, but guess what? The children of Belial come, they start speaking to my son. Man, who is this guy you gave us to be over us? I thought you said give us a king, like the nations have. You done fired your God, you don't want Saul. What else can we do? Chapter 12. Go over to chapter 12. That's why I say Israel as a whole, we do not like. We just like complication. I'm saying that out of what I read, and then I look at the actions of all the people. And the ones I live around act just like that. I said, hold on, this gotta be them. They just not. Simplicity is, we don't like it. We like to make things complicated. 12 and verse 6, brother, go ahead.
And Samuel said unto the people, It is the Lord that advanced Moses and Aaron,
Yes, sir.
and that brought your fathers up out of the land of Egypt.
It's the Lord that did this, read.
Now therefore stand still, that I may reason with you before the Lord of all the righteous acts of the Lord, which he did to you and to your fathers.
Yes, sir. Stand still, let me reason. Read verse 3.
And when you saw that Nahash, the king of the children of Ammon, came against you.
Verse 3.
Behold, here I am, witness against me before the Lord, and before his anointed. Whose ox have I taken?
Whose ox have I taken? He said, go ahead.
Or whose ass have I taken?
That's right.
Or whom have I defrauded?
Yes.
Whom have I oppressed? Or of whose hand have I received any bribe?
Yes.
To blind mine eyes therewith?
Go ahead.
And I will restore it you.
I'll give it to you. Skip to 13 now and read that.
Now therefore behold the king whom ye have chosen, and whom you have desired, and behold, the Lord hath set a king over you.
And he set a king what?
Over you.
Over you. Go to Hosea the 13th chapter. Now everything we just read, watch this. Hosea chapter 13. Said I gave you everything you asked for, man. What more can I do? Y'all know that has to be crazy that we the only ones ran God clean up off the earth. I would never think no man would be that terrible. He kicked the angels out for their behavior, came down and dwelled amongst us. Then we ran them back up there. Lord said, I rule with an iron fist. Hosea 13, pick it up at verse 9. 13 and verse 9. When you get it, go ahead and read, brother.
O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself.
Who did? You did. He said, thou hast destroyed thyself. Go ahead.
But in me is thine help.
I'm the one that was helping you, but you slapped the hand. Y'all heard that saying before, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Read.
I will be thy king, where is any other that may save thee in all the cities.
Where is any other that may save you in all the cities? Read.
And thy judges of whom thou sayest, give me a king and prince.
And they did say that. Go ahead.
Give thee a king in mine anger, and took him away in my wrath.
Read that again from the top, brother. 11.
I gave thee a king in my anger,
yes,
and took him away in my wrath.
I gave you a king in mine anger, and took him away what?
In my wrath.
Because Saul messed up. Read.
The iniquity of Ephraim is bound up, his sin is hid.
Yep. He said the iniquity of Ephraim, is talking about Israel, is bound up, His sin is hid. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 41. Isaiah chapter 41. Clear as day, cannot make them happy. I said, boy, I make it to that wilderness, which I know ain't nobody gonna do it, but you come by me talking crazy, I'm running clean to the other side. And I'm snitching. Fast. Because Israel does have that ability to make you go there. I'm running. Pick it up at Isaiah 41 and verse 21. As a matter of fact, start at verse 20. Verse 20, go ahead.
That they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of the Lord hath done this. And the Holy One of Israel hath created it.
So when we read Holy One of Israel, we know who that is, right? The one we know as Jesus Christ. Right. We read that earlier. Read.
Produce your cause, saith the Lord. Bring forth your strong reasons, saith the King of Jacob.
So if you got a reason why you shouldn't do this or shouldn't do this commandment, he said, bring forth strong reasons. Produce your cause. Go ahead.
Let them bring them forth and show us what shall happen.
Yes.
Let them show the former things.
Oh, he said, give me some prophecy then. Read.
What they be.
Yes.
That we may consider them.
That we may consider them. What else?
And know the latter end of them.
And know the latter end of them. What
or
else?
declare us things for to come.
And show me prophecy to come then. He pulled a joke. He told Israel like he told Job. Where were you when I did this? He told him, stand up and gird yourself up like a man. Answer my question, but go ahead and read one more.
Show the things that are to come hereafter.
Yes, sir.
That we may know that ye are gods. Yea, do good or do evil.
Yes.
That we may be dismayed and behold it together.
One more, 24.
Behold, ye are of nothing, and your work of naught. An abomination is he that chooseth you.
You hear that? Look at what the Lord had to say. That's why I say you don't want to ask him the truth. He gonna tell you. Read that one more time.
Behold, ye are of nothing, and your work of naught. An abomination is he that chooseth you.
And half of the times we think God walking with us when we doing this. We don't know he had already let us go. Skip to 28, brother. What'd he say?
For behold, and there was no man, even among them, and there was no counselor, that when I asked of them, could answer a word.
Look at that. He said, ain't no man that can give counsel. And when I asked of them, could answer a word. Everybody was silent. Jesus did that to the scribes and Pharisees. The book always say they was reasoning within themselves. Or they was tempting him. But go ahead and read.
Behold, they are all vanity. Their works are nothing.
Yes.
Their molten images are wind and confusion.
Yes, indeed. Let's go to Amos chapter 2, brother. Amos chapter 2. He said their works are nothing. The Lord is cold-blooded. Actually, he not. We are. He just responding to what we rejected. Lord could easily say, you know what? I'm just going to do away with this creation. I'm going to start over. He said, nah, I'm going to beat you into submission. It's like you with your children. You ain't finna, well, I'm going to keep starting over. Nah. Got to get up at night, deal with the baby. Keep doing that until one of them turn up right. No, the oldest one gonna get whooped until they learn. Period. 2 and verse 6. Read that, bro.
Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Israel, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
Why?
Because they sold the righteous for silver,
And what else?
and the poor for a pair of shoes.
Don't tell me what the so-called white man did. What do you do? That's why the Lord said, your ways are unequal. I'm going to throw it before your face. Skip down to verse 9. What else?
Yet destroyed I the Amorite before them.
Yes, sir.
Whose height was like the height of the cedars.
Yes, sir. That's what we read that he gave the prophecy to Abraham about. Go ahead.
And he was strong as the oaks.
Yes, sir.
Yet I destroyed his fruit from above.
Yes.
And his roots from beneath.
In other words, you can't do nothing without God. Read, brother.
Also I brought you up from the land of Egypt, and led you 40 years through the wilderness to possess the land of the Amorites.
And they did that, didn't they? That's why I said we read that. Read.
And I raised up of your sons for prophets, and of your young men for Nazarites. Is it not even thus, O ye children of Israel, saith the Lord?
He said he raised them up for prophets, didn't he? But what did they do? Go ahead.
But you gave the Nazarites wine to drink.
Now, why did he say that? Because the Nazarites not supposed to drink wine or anything off the vine or the grape. So they not supposed to have that. Read.
And commanded the prophets, saying, prophesy not.
They told the prophets, look, that word keeping. I got my own way of doing things. So who ways truly are unequal? Let's go to Genesis chapter 18. Lord say, your ways, they are unequal. Genesis chapter 18, and we're going to pick it up at verse 20. This is the Lord getting ready to warn Abraham of what he's going to do to Sodom and Gomorrah. We already know that story, but he's going to warn them. And Abraham going to ask some questions. Start at verse 20, brother. 18 and 20. Go ahead.
And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous.
It's what, brother?
Very grievous.
Very grievous. Read.
I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me, and if not, I will know.
See, the Lord say sometimes he got to get up, come down, and look. Even though the angels reported, the Lord said, I got to get up off this throne and see this for myself. You know how you have to do. Children might tell you something going on outside. You're like, wait a minute. Oh, I know they ain't doing that. I got to see this. They are. The Lord say, I'm coming down. Go ahead.
And the men turned their faces from thence and went towards Sodom.
Yes.
But Abraham stood yet before the Lord.
Go ahead.
And Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked?
Look, that's a good question, though. Go ahead.
Peradventure, there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein?
Y'all see what Abraham is doing? He's reasoning with God. You can reason with God. Moses did it. The Lord will hearken unto you, and he'll withdraw something that he chooses to do to you or to somebody that you know. Hezekiah did it, yeah? And Isaiah went right back to him and had to deal with it. But go ahead and read.
That be far from thee to do after this manner,
Yes, sir.
to
Whatever.
slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous shall be as the wicked, that they be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all earth do right?
Oh, look at him. He putting a cherry on top, didn't he? That's how you know what lineage we come from, brother. Go ahead.
And the Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then will I spare all the place for their sakes.
This could have been just left done there. But Abraham gonna go further. Go ahead.
And Abraham answered and said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes.
Which am but what?
Dust and ashes.
Read.
Peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it.
He said, no, for the 40 and 5, I ain't gonna destroy it. Read.
And he spake unto him yet again, and said, peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake.
Go ahead.
And he said unto him, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there.
Y'all notice at this time he said, let the Lord be not angry, because I'm finna go further. Because the Lord had already answered your question like 2-3 times, man. But go ahead and read.
And he said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake.
Go ahead.
And he said, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake.
See how he keep going, y'all? Abraham want to know how far can it go? Y'all remember that song, How Low Can You Go? How low can you go? But go ahead and read 33.
And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left coming with Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his place.
Right. So the Lord left after that, like, I said enough. You gonna get down to 2 people pretty soon. If we find one and a half, the baby. Let's go on. Let's go to 2 Peter chapter 3. And show you can reason, produce your cause. You see, if it's something written that you feel you smarter than God with, go to him. Say, no, I don't think that's what you're talking about. I don't think that's what it's talking about, God. I think the Sabbath should be on a Wednesday. What says thou? And see what he say. Next thing you know, you might not have a job. Second Peter 3, pick it up at verse 3, brother. 3 and verse 3. Go ahead.
Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers.
Scoffers, what else?
Walking after their own lust.
This is what I know. And when you know these things, you won't be surprised at it. Read.
And saying, where is this promise of his coming?
Oh, y'all said back in his day, Jesus was coming back. Where is his coming? Go ahead.
For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
Yes, sir.
For this they were
Wait a
willing.
minute. Skip down to verse 8.
But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing. This one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day.
Go ahead.
The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering to usward,
Go ahead.
not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
So instead of thinking the Lord just prolonging the calm, no, you better take the benefit of it. He doing this for your benefit, that you should come to repentance. Stop doing the foolishness you doing before he do get hurt, or before he put you to sleep. Because you can die in your what? Sins. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 2. Jeremiah chapter 2. Let's go see what Jeremiah got to say. Jeremiah be speaking. Jeremiah chapter 2, we're going to read one verse. Two and 31. Go ahead, brother.
O generation, see you the word of the Lord.
See ye the word of the Lord. Read.
Have I been a wilderness unto Israel?
Have I been a wilderness unto Israel? Go ahead.
A land of darkness.
A land of darkness? What else?
Wherefore say my people, we are lords.
We are lords. Go ahead.
We will come no more unto thee.
He said, why they saying that then? Because they do say that. You got a group out here that teach the black woman is God. They even say she can conceive birth without the use of a man. The stuff we used to fight against that'll wreck your brain, you gotta walk away from it. You know, the Israel, they smart. You can't save them. Isaiah 30, and let's go to Isaiah the 30th chapter. Then the one that's saying it turned out that he got 5 wives. Then I said, oh, no wonder the black woman is God, huh? You put her on a pedestal so you can get a lot of them. Oh, no wonder. Read verse 1, and we're going to skip. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. Go ahead.
Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord.
Yes, sir.
That take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Yes.
That they might add sin to sin.
Matter of fact, since I brought up that black woman is God stuff, the Egyptology, read 2 and 3. God finna say it right here.
That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth.
Go ahead.
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
They want to go and deal with that Egyptology stuff. Our people doing that to this day. You find more of it in New York than any other place. Go ahead and read one more.
Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
Yep.
And the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Your confusion. Skip to 8. What the Lord say right there?
Now go, write it before them in a table.
Yep.
And note it in a book.
Read.
That it may be for the time to come forever and ever.
Yes, sir. What else?
that this is a rebellious people.
What?
Rebellious people.
What about their children?
Lying children.
Well, oh, your children even lie. Read.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
They won't hear the law of the Lord. Go ahead.
Which say to the seers, see not.
Yes.
And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
Oh, but what they want to hear, read.
Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
Tell me something that's going to be soothing to my ear. You ain't going to call the one that's going to put you on, that's going to read the book and tell you about it. You going to call the one that you feel like they going to soothe your ear. This is what the Lord said. Go ahead, brother. What else?
Get ye out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Look at what we say. Cause the Holy One to cease from before us. I don't want to hear nothing about no Jesus. Read, brother.
Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because you have despised this word,
yes,
and trust in oppression,
yep,
and perverseness, and stay thereon.
Read.
Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
Oh, go ahead.
Swelling out in high wall.
Y'all ever seen that a wall that's cracking with water about to burst through? He said it's the same way. Go ahead.
Whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
And suddenly at an instant. Y'all heard about what happened over at, what was it? Yeah, the roof came caving in, 100 people died. 200? Look at that. They partying, getting that groove on. And the Lord dropped it in an instant. Boom. Take you out. Just like that. Do you read 13, right?
Yeah, I was in the 13, yes.
Let's go to Isaiah 65. Before we go to Isaiah 65, go to Revelation 14. Yeah, they clowning out there. The Lord be merciful until he not. Revelation 14. Revelation 14 and verse 6. Look how merciful God is. 14 and 6, brother.
And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters. And there followed another angel saying,
So he told them, the Lord said, even in them last days, he's going to have an angel flying through the heavens, telling them to worship. Go over to chapter 16. Let's see what they do, though. Chapter 16. This ain't enough for people. This is not enough. We're like, no. We need to bring in some more confusion. Revelation 16 and verse 1. Read, brother.
And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels,
Go
your ways, pour out your vials of the wrath of God upon the earth.
Go ahead.
And the first went and poured out his vials upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which were worshipped his image.
Now, these people had received a mark Whether they knew better or not at this time, I don't know, but they shouldn't have got it. Skip down to verse 7. Read.
And I heard another out of the altar say, Even so, Lord God Almighty, true and righteous are thy judgments.
True and righteous are thy judgments. Go ahead.
And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire.
Yes, sir. What else?
And men were scorched with great heat,
Yes.
and blasphemed the name of God.
Wait a minute. If you've been scorched with great heat, it seems like you should be calling out his name, right?
Right.
They blaspheme the name of God. Read.
Which hath power over these plagues.
Yep.
And they repented not to give him glory.
You rather die than give God the glory. Read.
And the fifth angel poured out his vials upon the sea of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues for pain.
Read.
And he blasphemed the God of heaven because of their pains and their sores, and repented not of their deeds.
So they think they gonna listen. Whoever these people are, they attached to a God, and they think that if they hold on, they gonna get some type of redemption. Skip to 21, the last verse. Read.
And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. And men blasphemed God because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great.
So now, he allowed those stones to come out, right? And these people still will not turn. The Lord giving you all kind of opportunities, right? Go to Isaiah 65. And we got a couple of more after this. Isaiah 65. We don't want to hear nothing about no God. Truly, we don't. We get comfortable in our ways. Figure we got time. You can never calculate that you have time. Except at the present moment while you breathe. Isaiah 65 and verse 2. 65 and 2. Go ahead.
I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people,
Yes, sir.
which walketh in a way that was not good,
Yep.
after their own thoughts.
He said I kept putting my hands out there. Go ahead.
A people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face.
Yes, sir. Read.
That sacrificeth in gardens.
Yes, sir.
And burneth incense upon the altars of brick.
They ain't doing this for nothing. Read, brother.
Which remain among the graves, and lodge in the monuments.
Yep.
Which eat swine's flesh.
Wait a minute. They eat what, brother?
Swine's flesh.
I be watching people make, and they on them shows, boy, they just be cooking left and right. Showing you ways to spice up the swine just to make it more flavorful. Read.
And broth of abominable things is in their vessels.
Then turn around and have a seafood boil. Crab, shrimp, lobster, all that in there. All kind of creatures that ain't supposed to be. Read.
Which say, Stand by thyself.
Told you stand over there. Now don't come over here. Read.
Come not near to me.
That's right.
For I am holier than thou.
Oh, God. God gave me the Holy Ghost. I'm holier than you. I'm covered by his grace and his blood. It's sufficient for me. Go ahead.
These are a smoke in my nose.
Yes, sir.
A fire that burneth all the day.
Yes, indeed. He said, these are a smoke in my nose. Let's go to Luke chapter 6. Yeah, if you ever notice somebody that smoked. Because I used to. And when that smoke go up in your nose and you wasn't expecting it, that burn is irritating. You like, man, what happened? I look at the cigarette. Luke 6 and verse 46. 6 and verse 46. But he said it's irritating like that. It's amazing how God can use certain things to get his point across, and we can relate to it. Luke 6 and 46, go ahead.
And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?
He says, so what you calling me Lord, Lord for? But you don't want to do the things that I say. That's why stand by yourself. I'm holier than thou. How we all got the same Bible, but different understanding and beliefs. You and your world. Book told us to have one mind, one law, be on one accord. Will you sometimes see things others may not? Of course. But be patient. Don't jump the gun. I know I heard Brother Bowie say it all the time. He don't teach everything that he know. Because some things, it may be harmful to you. He can handle it. And I understand that because guess what? I wouldn't dare teach some of the stuff that I know. Because I know people ain't ready for that. But it ain't, and some of it is not even salvation based. Let's go to Micah chapter 6. So I just keep it basic. How to get you to the kingdom. How to get me as well as Micah. The book of Micah chapter 6. It's right before, well, Nahum is kind of, I guess, kind of difficult, but right after Jonah though. I've seen people that been in the word for a while, they still got to go to the, what you call it, the index. I ain't saying nothing super wrong, but if they help you, but you supposed to be able to be, you supposed to be able to swallow this word. And if it take you a minute to get to where you need to go, go. You wasting time looking at the index. You still got to go search it, right? Is that in the New Testament or the Old Testament? Micah chapter 6. Let's pick it up at verse 1. It said, why call you me Lord, Lord, and do not the things that I say? Micah 6 and verse 1. Brother, go ahead.
Hear you now what the Lord saith. Arise, contend thou before the mountains, and let the hills hear that voice.
Hear your voice. He said, let the hills hear your voice, brother. Go ahead.
Hear ye, O mountains, the Lord's controversy, and ye have strong foundations of the earth. For the Lord hath a controversy with his people.
With who?
With his people.
Go ahead.
And he will plead with Israel.
With Israel, read.
O my people, what have I done unto thee?
He asks you what I do to you to deserve this. Hot, cold. Well, no, lukewarm. One day I'm on, one day I'm not. Go ahead.
And wherein have I wearied thee?
Where have I wearied you? Go ahead.
Testify against me.
He's asking us right now to this day. If this thing is a burden to you, he says, show me. And he's going to show you a greater burden. It's called a lake of fire. Read.
For I brought thee up out of the land of Egypt
Yes.
and redeemed thee out of the house of servants.
Yes, sir, he did.
And I sent before thee Moses, Aaron, and Miriam.
Notice he even put the sister there. He said, I brought before you all three, Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. They all siblings. And Moses is the little brother, the youngest. So now, skip to 8, brother.
He hath showed thee, O man, what is good.
Yep.
And what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with thy God.
He said he showed us what is good. The law is, right?
Yes.
Let's go to Romans chapter 12. We got one more. Romans chapter 12. Yeah, the Lord said, hey, this thing is simple. To become what you was created to become and share the wealth and power. To not feel pain and all that. Man, please. I'm telling you, I ain't finna suffer twice. That's not for Kevin. So I go through mine now, but I want to smile in the end. Romans 12 and 1. 12 and 1. Go ahead, brother.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
A what?
Living sacrifice.
You have to do that. Read.
Holy, acceptable unto God.
You know what a sacrifice is, meaning get you out of the way and do what he told you to do. That's what that Passover is about. You was bought by the purchase of his blood. You do not belong to you no more. That's why Paul always tell you, I'm the prisoner of Jesus, or the prisoner of the Lord. Go ahead.
Acceptable unto God.
Acceptable. Read.
Which is your reasonable service.
This is reasonable to become what you're going to become. Read.
And be not conformed to this world.
Wait a minute. What?
Be not conformed to this world.
Don't let this world distract you and throw you off your course. They going one way, you going another. You don't want to what happened to that country happen to you. Go ahead and read.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Yes, sir. You got to let that mind come up out of the house. Read the book, eat the book. Start applying it. When that stuff come at you, you got to actually find the scriptures that go with what you're going through. A lot of the times it be in my head because I study it so much. I hear it heard. It's just about obeying it when you hear it. And then I'm like, whoa, okay, yep. That's what I'm supposed to do. I can't go from 0 to 100 like everybody else can. I know too much. If I go run off the rails, the Lord will kill me. Can't do that. And neither should you. Go ahead and read, brother.
That ye may prove what is that good.
Oh, you got something to prove? Yeah, we always say, I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. Yes, you do. He just said you do. But it is what is that good and what? Go ahead.
And acceptable and perfect will of God.
You got to show them what God is about. Your walk, your talk. You have something to prove. This is all about God. In my brother Noah Wood voice, it's all about God. Let's go to my last place, Isaiah chapter 5. He said there's so much And boy, was he right. When he used to teach, when we used to talk on the phone personally, and he had me going to the scriptures when I'm asking for advice about stuff. All right, well, go ahead and read that then. And he'll say, what it say? It's all about God. He said that to me so many times. I'll never, because it is. It's all about God. Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. Don't mean you can't have a good time. It's just within the boundaries of the law. Because you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. You supposed to. Just make sure you're doing the Lord business though. Isaiah 5 and verse 20, brother. Go ahead.
Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil.
Oh, so you got people doing that? Yes. A lot of times with their behavior. Oh no, I ain't finna, I don't gotta keep no Sabbath. I ain't coming to class today. What? Man, when I can't make it to class, boy, I be tore up like a baby. I be all on a camera system looking at everybody like, man, I just can't even believe I can't even. I won't even torture myself that long. Then when I get her, like Ray said the other day, he said, boy, he can't wait till Friday to get her. And that's a blessing. You should be like that. Some of us, hey, can't wait till Friday go away and then get back to the week so we can do what we want to do. Go ahead and read, brother.
That put darkness for light.
They put what?
Darkness for light.
And what else?
And light for darkness.
Go ahead.
That put bitter for sweet.
Yes.
And sweet for bitter.
That's backwards. Read.
Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes.
He said, woe. You know what woe means? Sorrow. He said, you put that before that's wise in their own eyes. They don't need this book. Go ahead and read. What else?
And prudent in their own sight.
Same thing.
Woe unto them that are mighty.
No, you don't need to read no more. But this right here just shows you the thought of my man and his thoughts towards God. Everything he give us to sustain us, we don't want. Or if we get it, it wasn't God that gave it to me, it was me. I did all this. It was my smarts. Like, man, you know what Nebuchadnezzar said? He said the same thing. Read Daniel the 4th chapter and see how that worked out for him. Lord took his mind away from him. Said while he was walking in the house, he was talking. In that very hour, the Lord made it come down. 7 years. That man start crawling around, acting like a beast in the field. Said his nails grew like eagle claws. His hair like the dew, he said, like an animal. Then when the Lord brought him to his right mind again, his dude couldn't stop praising God. He said, now I know. So it ain't about us, it's about God, right?
Yes.
His ways are evil. Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, Feast of Pentecost, memorial blowing of the trumpets, Day of Atonement, Tabernacles, 8th day, and then even weekly Sabbath day, because that's the first one he said. This is a blessing, y'all, what we have.
Yes.
Don't take it for granted. I hope y'all got something from it, and I thank you for your time.